I never imagined that a cup of coffee could change my entire life. It was a gray Thursday afternoon, the kind where the rain doesn't pour but lingers like a whisper on the windows, and I had left work early, something I rarely did. The plan was simple: surprise my wife Mia at the small cafe near her office where she often spent her breaks. We hadn't been connecting lately. Late nights, distant smiles, conversations that felt more like transactions than intimacy. I wanted to break that monotony. Bring her favorite flowers. Maybe share a laugh like we used to. But as I walked in, clutching a damp bouquet of lilies, my eyes froze on a familiar silhouette. She was sitting at the corner table, back to me. Her hair slightly damp from the drizzle, phone in hand. She was smiling, that soft, secretive smile I hadn't seen in months. The one that used to be mine. And sitting across from her was no one. Just her coffee cup, a pastry, and that damn phone. I stepped closer, heart pounding with a mix of excitement and unease. But before I could call her name, she tilted her head, whispered something, and kissed her phone screen. Kissed it. My stomach lurched. It wasn't just a friendly chat. The way her fingers traced her lips after, that wasn't innocent. I stood there, soaked in rain and disbelief, just a few feet away, yet completely invisible to her world. And the worst part, she didn't even notice me. I turned slowly, almost robotically, and walked out. The doubt that ate me alive. That moment replayed in my head all night. A kiss. The look. The tender way she gazed at the screen as if someone was right there with her. When Mia came home later, she was cheerful. Too cheerful. She hugged me, kissed my cheek, and asked why I was quiet. I muttered something about being tired from work. I wanted to ask her, who were you talking to? Who made you smile like that? But the words stuck in my throat like dry bread. Instead, I watched. Over the next few days, I became a stranger in my own home. I memorized the way her phone never left her hand, how her screen lit up late at night when she thought I was asleep. I noticed the sudden glow in her when she got a message, the way she turned slightly away from me when replying. And the intimacy. Replaced by quick excuses. I'm exhausted. Tomorrow maybe. It's just work stress. I tried to tell myself I was overthinking, that I was seeing ghosts in the glow of a phone screen, until the slip happened. The message that shattered me. It was a Sunday morning. Mia had left her phone charging on the kitchen counter while she showered. I wasn't the type to snoop. At least I wasn't before that day. But something in me snapped. My hands moved before my conscience could stop them. The notification banner glowed. Can't stop thinking about last night. When's our next break? Winky face. From someone named E. I opened the thread. There they were. Dozens of messages, threads of flirtation woven between her coffee breaks, lunch hours, and evenings when I thought she was working late. Photos of her smiling at that same cafe. Him sending selfies from what looked like his car. Inside jokes, plans. And one message that made my chest tighten until I couldn't breathe. He doesn't even look at you the way I do. You deserve someone who makes your heart race, not just your life stable. The confrontation. That evening I waited. She came home like nothing happened, humming as she set her purse down. Mia, I said quietly. How was your break today? She froze just slightly. Fine. Why? Who's E? The color drained from her face like ink in water. What? I held up her phone. Don't lie. For a moment the mask cracked. Then came the tears, quick, strategic, familiar. It's not what you think, Daniel. He's just a friend from work. We talk, that's all. A friend you kiss through a screen. A friend you plan secret meetings with during your breaks. My voice shook, more from the ache in my chest than anger. She looked away. It started as just talking. I was lonely, Daniel. You've been so distant lately. Distant. The word stabbed me. I had been distant because I was trying to keep our home running, because I worked late to pay for the mortgage, because I thought we were a team. Did you sleep with him? Yes. Her silence was louder than a confession. The breaking point. We didn't talk much after that night. She slept in the guest room, saying she needed space to think. I stopped leaving early from work. I stopped asking her how her day was. I stopped trying. But betrayal isn't just about the act. It's about the echoes it leaves behind. The smell of her perfume on a coat that isn't yours, the shadow of her smile when she texts, the sound of her laughter at jokes you'll never hear. 2 weeks passed. She asked if we could talk. I ended it, she said, eyes red, hands fidgeting. It was stupid, reckless. I miss us. Do you? Yes. Or do you just miss not feeling guilty? She cried harder. Please, Daniel. I made a mistake. Mistake, I said, finally letting the anger seep through. A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. This was a choice. Again and again. The decision. I wish I could say I forgave her. I wish I could say we rebuilt. But some cracks don't mend, they deepen. I filed for separation a month later. The papers were cold, clinical, nothing like the warmth of the life we once shared. She begged, she bargained, she blamed my absence, my work, the rut we had fallen into. Maybe she was right about some of it. Maybe I had stopped seeing her. But she didn't fix that by turning to someone else. She buried us both instead. Cafe one last time. 3 months later, I found myself at that same cafe, sipping the same bitter coffee. She walked in. Alone this time. She didn't see me at first. She ordered her drink, glanced at her phone, sighed. No smile. No glow. When she finally spotted me, our eyes met. For a second, we were two strangers with a shared past. No anger, just the quiet weight of what was lost. She walked over. Daniel. I didn't know you still came here. Old habits, I said. There was a long pause. Do you ever think we could have fixed it? If I'd been honest sooner. I looked at her. The woman I once loved. The woman who made a choice I'll never forget. Maybe, I said. But we don't get to rewrite the moment after it's done. She nodded, tears threatening. I stood, left a few bills on the table and walked out. This time the rain didn't bother me. Moving forward. Betrayal doesn't always explode like a bomb. Sometimes it seeps in quietly. A message here, a smile there, a moment of weakness that turns into a chain of lies. I don't hate her. Not anymore. But I no longer wait for a phone to light up in the dark, wondering who she's smiling at. I no longer shrink myself to make someone else feel whole. And that is its own kind of healing.